Please welcome to the stage the one, the only, Miss Marty!
This should be played at high volume.
5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1. She's the girl about the town. She's the girl who knows how to party. Get up. Little Miss Marty.
Make some noise! Why can't this moment last forevermore? Tonight eternity's an open door. Don't ever stop doing the things you do. Don't go. When every breath I take, I'm breathing you. Are you singing? From now until the end of time. From now on, only you and I. We're going Euphoria, an everlasting peace of you feel the love within my heart. We're going
Hello, I'm Miss Marty from Birmingham. You want to know something you don't know about me? I'm a man. I started doing this 15 years ago. A long time. 15 years ago, and it was an accident. My whole career has been an accident. I used to sing on my friend's karaoke in his pub, and he decided he wanted to host this. So I used to do it for beer money, just for a laugh. On the weekends, I had a very sensible day job at the time. So I used to go down and sing, and then they used to have cabaret every weekend, and I used to host their cabaret. And one week the cabaret didn't turn up, so I became the cabaret. And it was shocking because I didn't have a show, and so we stuck a karaoke screen on stage, and I sang songs off the karaoke because I didn't know any of the words to anything without a screen in front of me. And that was 15 years ago. I did it with alongside my day job for about 5 years. And then it all got a bit too much, and I had to make a choice, and I thought, well, this is fun. Getting paid to have a good time. So I bit the bullet, so to speak, and did this, and 15 years on, here I am.
Marty, when he's in drag, is a female impersonator. When Marty takes everything off, Marty's Marty, which I'm quite privileged because I get to see that, whereas not a lot of people do. They presume Marty on the stage is Marty at home, and it's completely different. The worlds apart.
When it's Miss Marty, there's a hell of a lot of confidence and like self-esteem and everything, and everyone thinks that she has this like really big, lavish lifestyle and things like that. But as a friend, we get to see the other side. We get to see the softer side and things like that to him.
Me as a person, believe it or not, I'm actually quite shy. I'm that bloke that stands up the corner in the shadows on a night out and say boo to a goose. I think my job lets me get away with murder. I get to say all the things that I'd really like to say and I'm too chicken to. So I think it's still me on stage, it's just a very much more confident version.
No, that's like pop. Who's got real boobs? Who's got real boobs? Sorry, you did have real boobs. She's not talking to me ever again. Anything for a quiet fucking life, that's what I say.
I'm very, very close to my family. My dad passed away, unfortunately, 13 years ago, which was a huge, huge thing. I'm not going to talk about it too much because I'll cry. But my mum is like my best mate. I see my mum like every other day of the week. She comes to my shows and stuff. It's a bit of a pisser because he never got to see anything that I've done, which is a bit of a shame. My mum was a little weird. I'm not sure how my mum took it. She just took it all in her stride. She was just like, oh, I think she did that mumsy thing and thought, oh, this will be a phase. He'll grow out of it. He'll grow out of it. He'll wake up one day and say, no, that's not for me. And then it just took off and it went a bit nuts. And so she just rolled with it. She's good like that, my mum. So she goes around all the charity shops, getting me dresses and God knows what. She's quite funny. She'll go up to the counter with these dresses because she's a lot bigger than me, my mum is, bless her. And she'll go to the counter and the women behind the counter will go, I think that's a bit small for you. Oh no, it's from our boy, it's from our son. So she's not shy about the fact. She's kind of cool in that respect.
he dresses as himself. He's one in a million. He's the only person I know who can walk around with a handbag in pure daylight.
I am very gay. Did you not tell? Does it not show? Relationships. I'm not in one at the minute. I've not been in one for ages actually. God, I'm a sad old man, aren't I? That's a bit shocking. I have had relationships. I'm a bit of a weird queen. I'm not one of these that sleeps around all over the place. So, a bit boring really, aren't I? I always do the long-term thing. It's very sad and old-fashioned of me. But I have had relationships. It's very difficult to date when you... I'm quite high up in what I do. And it's that weird thing that, like, the higher up the ladder you get. I can remember when I started doing drag years ago, someone telling me, make sure you've got a boyfriend before you hit the big time. Because it gets really, really hard to work out whether people want you for your job or whether they want you. And when we get a lot of kids in here, and most of my audience, especially on a Thursday night, which is student night, I'm old enough to be my audience's dad, which is a bit scary. They look at me and go, oh, she's cool. No, she's fucking old. So it's a bit weird, and I get chatted up by all these kids, which in one respect is really flattering, but they just like the bright lights and the excitement of it all. As exciting as it looks, I mean, I love my job. But there is a serious work side to it as well, and the reality, I think, is very different. It's a lot of hard work. I'm quite lucky nowadays that I'm based here. So, but I mean, I toured for 10 years. And I've been touring's a nightmare. You're just living out of a suitcase, like every night of the week. And it's hard to hold a relationship down in that respect. So I end up doing that awful thing where I have to cut through all the crap and work out who's real and who's not. So I don't date a great deal. But I live in hope. Mr. Right's out there somewhere.
I prefer Marty to be Marty, meaning as himself. Purely because the problem is when you go out with Marty as a drag queen, you get, I call them beggars, basically wanting the limelight. They don't actually want to know the real Marty, they want to know they want the limelight, basically. They want the attention on them. It's not actually they want to be Marty's friend.
I think a lot of people see what we do up there and it's fun and it's bright lights and all the rest of it. And we do have a real good laugh, I'm not going to lie. But the backstage process, all of this, sitting around for like an hour and a half, getting ready every night and travelling up and down the country and this, that and the other, it's not all it's cracked up to be. I mean, most of the kids on my front row on a Thursday night would love to be famous. Fame is not all it's cracked up to be, trust me. It's a huge invasion of your privacy. But I've been lucky. I've had 3 really good relationships, very long relationships in my life. So, at the risk of sounding a little bit sad, if I never date again, I've been very lucky. Some people don't even get one good relationship in a lifetime, so I'm happy with that. It's not very often, actually, you find two drag queens together. It does happen. I think one set of heels in a bed is enough, don't you? It's just like too much attitude if there's two in a relationship. That'd be shocking. From a drag point of view, I like to be busy with my drag because I hit 40 this year. And I kind of... I'm not sure I'd want to be doing this when I was 50. So... I'd like to get as much of it done as I can, whilst I can. I'm not always going to have this body, and I'm not always going to have this face. It's all going to start going south at some point, so... And I think I'd like to get out whilst I'm on top, rather than when it all goes a bit saggy. I'd like to think, I'd like to hope that I've left a little legacy on the gay scene, that in 20 years' time, people will still remember my name. That'd be quite nice, but...
I am becoming more protective now, just because I've seen what people are like when they're drunk. Because obviously I have the whole, when people are drunk, they seem to think I'm Rylan. So I know what it's like being dragged from like pillar to post and things like that. So I know what she goes through.
I have very understanding friends. I have very protective friends that are quite willing to stand on the sidelines, but if it all gets a little bit too much, they just... I get paid to be diplomatically nice. So I tend to be known as that, the nice drag queen. I think people remember a lot as well what you do off stage. I've always... I mean, I'm normally really, really knackered when I come off stage, but I've always been a great believer in, well, spend some time with your audience, you know, go and have fun with them, have a natter with them. They give up time of their life every single week to put money in my pocket. So the least I can do is spend 5 minutes with them on a balcony and have a fun.
It's very much like, he's like the mother of the community. Yeah. He's got a lot of children. So,
We're his glee club.
Yeah.
And his children.
You never really feel like a fan with Marty. You never made you feel like a hanger-on. You're always his best friend.
Yeah.
I learned a long, long time ago when I first started doing this that there will always be somebody that wants to bitch about you. A lot of the time it's other drag queens. I had a drag queen when I first started who was a very good friend of mine that taught me, if they're bitching about you, you're doing something right. Fame is a weird lifestyle where everybody knows who you are and you're not entirely sure who anybody else is. That's my take on fame. That supposedly, I don't really go along with this, but you don't have to pay to get in anywhere, you don't have to queue anywhere. Everybody wants to have a photo taken with you. I find that really weird. And I get people ask for my autograph, which I find really strange. I get really embarrassed by that. Don't get it at all. I'm just a bloke in a dress. Why on earth would you want my photograph? I hated my teenage years. I hated school. But it wasn't nice being a teenager. I wouldn't go back to school. I used to get the piss taken out of me at school. You queer, you puff. And it was really weird in them days. People used to, like, you'd be called a shit stabber and this, that and the other. But they didn't know why they were calling it, yeah. It was like, because we were all the same age. None of us really knew what a puff was or anything like that. So it was that kind of like, but they knew it was a bad word. Dad had said it, or Mum had said it, and you puff, you fucking puff. They just knew it was bad. They didn't really know why it was. So it was really weird. I wouldn't go. I would love to go to a school reunion. If I'd known how to intimidate people then, like I do now, that none of the boys that I went to school with would stand a chance in a room with me nowadays. Seriously, they made my life hell. I'd love to do a show for them all sometime. In 3 words. You're supposed to give me a warning on questions like that. How would I sum up Marty Smith? Oh, I don't know. Can I get back to you on that one? You put me on the spot. I don't know. A little crazy. Is that 3 words? I don't know. No, I'm not really crazy. I don't know. That's my 3 words. I don't know. And I don't. And I think most of us in life don't know. I'm 40. I still don't know where I'm going to be in 10 years' time. And I think, what's the best way to live your life? You can't plan too much.
I left a good job in the city. I'm working for the man every night and day. And never lost 1 minute of sleeping, worrying about the way the things might have been. Big wheel keep on turning, proud Mary keep on burning and burning, rolling, rolling. Let me hear you sing it with rolling, rolling. Keep on tick, 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 tick. Let me see a Tina. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. And I cleaned a lot of plates in Memphis, and I pumped a lot of pain down in New Orleans. I never thought I'd get out of the city until I used to ride on the River Queen. Big wheel keep on turning, Proud Mary keep on burning and burning and rolling, 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 rolling on the river. Let me hear you sing it with rolling, 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 rolling. Keep on tick, 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 tick. Let me sing. Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. And if you go down to the river, I bet you're gonna find some people who live. You don't have to worry if you got no money. People on the river will be happy to give. Big wheels keep on turning, proud Mary keep on burning and burning, rolling, rolling. Let me hear you sing it with rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep on tick, 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 tick. All right, yeah, 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 yeah. Rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. Let me hear you sing it with rolling, rolling. Sing it to me lightly with rolling.